following is the opening dialogue for an adventure hook in my Dungeons & Dragons project, Curse Beyond the Witchwood. This is split into two parts. The first will cover a dream that you are having, and the second will cover when you go visit a seer in order to have these dreams interpreted. Enjoy. You are in a sleep that is not easy to wake from. You are having the same dream you have had multiple nights over the last few weeks. You are standing in the dark of night at the foot of a large stone monolith covered in moss and vines, at the top of which is a hole through which you see a crescent moon with a creepy face staring into your very soul. Things become more sinister as you have an out-of-body experience, looking at yourself, naked and covered in symbols and runes that you can never remember. A disturbing grin crossing your face, your eyes black and empty, staring up at the moon. The next thing you know, you are in a festival. People are dancing and cheering in firelight while you stand, vacant, still gazing up at the moon. The moon shifts, warps, and splits into a beast with 6 heads, each of them with a sharp, menacing grin. Suddenly, the beast lunges at you, forcing you awake. You quickly sit up, covered in sweat, a feeling you have become all too familiar with. The dream etched into your memory, haunting you each and every day. These dreams that haunt your memories are driving you to the brink of madness. You know these are not ordinary dreams, and you need answers. You seek out an ancient seer, someone capable of dreamwalking and interpreting your dreams. This leads you to a small, crooked hut on the edge of a cliff. The hut looks like it could collapse at any moment, but the garden that appears at the front of the house suggests otherwise. Neatly cut hedgerows, plants filled with many different varieties of flowers, butterflies and bees flying around, enjoying the landscape the garden offers. Upon entering the house, you meet Vakarth, an elderly sorceress who spends most of her time gardening than as a seer. However, she has made an exception for you. I have heard about your dreams. They sound disturbing. I need to see it. She looks at each of you before pointing at one of you. You, take a seat. Let me get you a cup of tea. She uses her magic to boil a kettle and pours it into an ornate cup filled with tea leaves. She sprinkles a powder into the drink before handing it to you. Drink up, don't worry, no harm will befall you. You cautiously take a sip from the cup, and within seconds you fall backwards fast asleep. Vakarth sits down next to you and places her hand on your head and closes her eyes. You have the same dream you have been having, but this time it is blurry, as if you are not the one experiencing the dream. At the end of it, you wake up, not in a sweat, but as if you have had the first proper sleep in a long time. Vakarth opens her eyes, her face showing much concern. So each of you have been having that same dream? I understand why you have come to me. Something is drawing you to that monolith, something that you cannot deny. I have seen that monolith before in the village called Witchwood. She pulls out a map and points at thick-bark forest. This is where you will find answers, and I am sorry, you are going to suffer, but by the end of it, you will no longer have these dreams.